30. Devotional Thoughts for Women, written by Monica Diaz, read by Belinda Sainsbury. Good morning, dear friends. Today, August 11th, our devotional is entitled, When Coveting is Not a Sin. The decrees of the Lord are more desirable than gold. David the Psalmist. In Psalm 19, verse 9 and 10, we read, The laws of the Lord are true. They are more desirable than gold, even the finest gold. In other versions, the phrase, the laws of the Lord, is translated as the decrees of the Lord, or the ordinances of the Lord. The adjective used in this psalm to describe God's ordinances, instructions, guidance, laws, and decrees is desirable, which is hamad in Hebrew. The word hamad is precisely the same word used in the Ten Commandments to say, "You shall not covet." What does this mean? What Psalm 19 is actually telling us is that God's commandments, teachings, and principles are to be coveted. Would the inspired word invite us to covet something if coveting was always a sin? Although it's true that the Ten Commandments were explicitly forbid coveting, the Bible makes a clear exception. We can covet, longing, desire, or ambition for having a deep knowledge of God's teaching. We can covet the Torah, which reveals God's character, His person to us. How could it be a sin to want to get to know the Creator of all things more deeply? In fact, that's how a Christian life can be consistent in every way, from the time we get up until the time we go to sleep, because the virtuous character God wants to see in us can only be obtained as we familiarize ourselves with His words. To know Him is to love Him. In giving us the privilege of studying His Word, the Lord has set before us a rich banquet. Many are the benefits derived from feasting on His Word, which is represented by Him as His flesh and blood, His spirit and life. By partaking of this Word, our spiritual strength is increased. We grow in grace and in knowledge of the truth. Habits of self-control are formed and strengthened. The infirmities of childhood, fretfulness, willfulness, selfishness, hasty words, passionate acts disappear, and in their place are developed the graces of Christian manhood and womanhood. How could we not covet something like that? It's sinful to covet material possessions, gold, that don't satisfy the soul. But it's not sinful to covet things that are worth more than gold, the Father's teachings, laws, and instructions for us, His daughters. I will put my law within them and write on their hearts. Jeremiah 31, verse 33.